I wish to inform you of my decision to leave the All Progressive Grand Alliance and join the African Democratic Congress. Very truly yours, Senator Ejinaya Abaribe.
A merger, just as we did in APC when it was formed, of two or more political parties or factions, by one of which he was previously sponsored. So this was, this section implies that once you change your party and you are not in conformity with this subsection, then the Senate President will be the one to tell you you are no longer a senator. Again.
Now, picture this. Two senators, same building, same chamber, same constitution. One senator crosses to the APC. The Senate President leans into his microphone, smiles, and tells the entire nation that this man's decision is proof that Nigeria is moving in the right direction. The chamber erupts. Applause, celebration, and there was joy. Now the second senator, who picks up his pen, writes a letter, a different kind of letter, to a different party. The Senate President reads it loud, and before that senator can even catch his breath, the Deputy Senate President is on his feet. The Senate leader is quoting the Constitution. Voices are raising, and the threat lands like a hammer. Produce your evidence, or we will declare your seat vacant. Same Senate, same Constitution, same Senate President, two completely different outcomes. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are about to hear is not fiction. This happened on the floor of the Nigeria Senate, and every single word is on the record. To understand what happened on Thursday, the 12th of March 2026, you need to understand the world these senators walked into this morning. For 2 years, 2 long years, Nigeria Senate has been welcoming opposition members. Senator by senator, governor by governor, one by one, they have crossed the floor to the APC, the ruling party of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and with every defection, the APC's grip on the Senate tightened. Today, the APC holds 87 of the 109 Senate seats in the National Assembly. The PDP, the party that governed Nigeria for 16 years, has been reduced to a shadow with just 7 senators remaining. The Labour Party, 0. They are wiped out. 87 out of 109. That is not a majority. That is a stranglehold. So on Thursday morning, when 9 senators walked into that chamber carrying letters that said not APC but ADC, something shifted in that room. The 9 were Aminu Tambuwal, Binus Yarawe, Austin Akobundu, Lawal Adamu Usman, Mohammed Ogoshi, all from the PDP, Victor Ume, Tony Wonye, Ireti Kingibe, all from Labour Party, and the man who will become the center of the storm, Senator Ejinaya Abaribe from APGA. 9 senators moving away from the ruling establishment on the same day, and the Senate leadership did not like what they saw. 8 letters were read. The chamber absorbed them quietly. Then came the 9th one, Senator Ejinaya Abaribe from Abia South, APGA. The moment his letter was read, the atmosphere changed. You could feel it. Deputy Senate President Barau Jibrin rose immediately, Constitution in his hand, and arguing forcibly that APGA had no internal division and that under Section 68 subsection 1G, any lawmaker who abandons the party that sponsored their elections must vacate their seat. Abaribe stood his ground. He told the chamber that APGA threw me out. They expelled me in September 2025, and I have the letter. A reasonable response, a logical defense. But the Senate leadership was not in a reasonable mood. Senate leader Ukpeyemi Bamidele went further, arguing that even the expulsion itself could be grounds to declare the seat vacant, citing Section 68 subsection 1B, which requires every National Assembly member to belong to a political party at all times. Think about what they were saying. If you left your party, lose your seat. If your party expelled you, also lose your seat. There was no version of this story where Abaribe was allowed to walk away clean. Jibrin and Bamidele pushed hard, calling for an immediate ruling to declare the seat vacant on the spot. And then the Senate President, Akpabio, the man who runs that chamber, looked Abaribe in the eye and delivered the ultimatum: produce documentary evidence that Abga expelled you before our next meeting. If you do not, the Senate will take further constitutional action. Now I need you to pay attention, because this is the part that should make your blood boil. The day before, that's Wednesday, March 11th, three PDP senators defected to the APC on the same Senate floor before the same Senate president. Did Barau Jibrin rise to the object? No. Did anyone invoke Section 68? No. Did anyone demand evidence of a party crisis? No. Was any seat threatened with vacancy? Absolutely not. Akpabio welcomed them warmly, saying the defections were a sign that the APC-led administration was delivering on its promises to Nigerians. For the senators flooding into the APC across 2 years, it was always the same story: progress, reform, confidence in the administration, Nigeria moving forward. And the receipts go even deeper. The APC systematically absorbed opposition elements, creating what many people now describe as a semblance of a one-party rule, an expansive political empire commanding most of the country's power centers. Empire, that word was not chosen accidentally, but when 9 senators dared to move in the opposite direction, the empire struck back immediately. The constitution, which had been gathering dust every time a senator walked into the APC, was suddenly dusted off, waved in the air, and used as a threat. One opposition figure, Benga Olaweku Hashim, called it exactly what it is. He said, "Those celebrating the creeping civilian dictatorship should pause. The true soldiers of democracy are still standing. We will resist every attempt to kill opposition and destroy pluralism in this country." When Tinubu was inaugurated in May 2023, the APC held 59 Senate seats. The opposition was real, functioning, credible. But today, the APC now controls 31 out of 36 states. The PDP, which governed Nigeria for 16 years, holds Oyo and Bauchi states. Labour Party retains only Abia. Abga holds Anambra. That is all. In National Assembly, the Senate, the chamber that is supposed to check executive power, the APC now holds 87 of the 109 seats. The PDP has been reduced to 7 senators, and Labour Party doesn't have any senator representing them currently. By late 2025, the APC has secured over 2/3 of National Assembly seats, giving Tinubu's party the ability to pass constitutional amendment virtually alone. And how was this done? People describe it as a subtle tactical dismantling of the opposition party, using infiltration and incentives rather than overt force. But looking at how the APC operates, it seems like there is a playbook. It is not printed anywhere. No press conference will announce it. No APC official will ever admit it exists. But if you watch closely, if you pay attention to what they do rather than what they say, the strategy reveals itself, piece by piece, defection by defection, threat by threat. But there's one man, one name that the APC fears above all others. A man who in 2023, with no governors, no federal money, no political godfathers behind him, walked into Tinubu's own home and won. His name is Peter Obi, and everything that is happening in Nigeria's Senate right now lays back to him. Peter Obi, a former governor from Anambra State, running on a party that barely existed 18 months earlier, did something nobody thought was possible. He swept the entire Southeast, every state convincingly. He swept the South-South, state after state. The obedient wave ruled throughout those states. And then, in one moment that stopped the country cold, he won Lagos State, Bola Tinubu's home state. Without the weight of federal patronage, he did it with a movement. Young Nigerians, educated Nigerians, angry Nigerians who looked at the old order and said enough is enough. Now, Tinubu still won the presidency in 2023. The Electoral Tribunal upheld it. That is the record. But here is what the APC took from that election, not as a victory but as a warning. This man is dangerous because a Peter Obi who already won the Southeast, the South-South and Lagos add a credible northern running mate to that equation. There are already deep speculations about a possible Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwaso presidential ticket on the ADC platform. And you have a combination that reaches every corner of this country, north, south, east and west. That is not a candidate the APC can dismiss. A united, well-organized Peter Obi with a northern ally, with senators, with governors, with the obedient movement still burning is the one combination that can blow apart the APC's 87-seat fortress. So the fortress must be protected at any cost, even if it means strengthening senators on the floor of the National Assembly, even if it means applying the Constitution selectively, even if it means showing the whole country in plain sight that the rules only apply when they are convenient. They threatened to take a senator's seat because he joined the wrong party, according to them. They celebrated every senator who made them stronger and wielded the Constitution against the one who didn't. They have spent 2 years building a political empire so vast, so dominant that fighting it feels impossible. And yet, 9 senators walked into that chamber on Thursday and chose the harder road. Peter Obi, who won Lagos, who won the Southeast, who won the South-South, who rattled the most powerful political machine in Nigeria with nothing but a movement and a message, is still standing. He's still building. The APC knows what he can do, and that more than anything else is why they are afraid. Nigeria deserves better than a democracy that only works for the party in power, and the only people who can demand that are you. What do you make of this story? Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. This is Impact Media. I will see you again in the next video. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.